This guy has been my travel EDC for years. I'm going to Vegas, and so I need something that's a little more TSA compliant, so it's time to build one. So first up, I'll show you the pouch that serves as the foundation for my TSA EDC. Next up, we'll go over the loadout that I plan to take with me to Vegas. Then I'll try to get some video from the airport just to let you know if I was successful or not with my loadout. And then we'll kind of do a debrief at the end to let you know what worked, what didn't work, and what I plan on changing. So here's the pouch that's gonna serve as the foundation for my TSA-Friendly EDC. It's the Notorious EDC All-Good Pouch. It's the blacked out version. Normally I'm not a fan of limited drop pouches, but this one was out for a few weeks. Didn't seem to be going out of stock, so I figured I'd just pick it up. It seemed like it was bigger than most EDC pouches and smaller than a full-blown tech kit, so it seemed like it'd be perfect for what I'm trying to do. Not gonna do a full review of the pouch, but here's a quick rundown of what it looks like. It's blacked out all the way. It's got loop panel on the entire front. It's padded on the inside. There's a loop for a carabiner. There's an exterior zipper pocket. There's an interior zipper pocket, and there's multiple elastic loops on the pouch on each side. So now that I've shown you the All-Good pouch and its layout, let's take a look at how I loaded it up for this trip. All right, here's the Notorious All-Good EDC pouch loaded up. Starting on the front, I've just got, I bought this with the patch, one of the tapes. I thought it was pretty cool, so I got one too. I've got a Voltron patch that I added on, and I got a barber toast. When I bought those, I got a set of two, so I just put one right here. Going in the back, I've got a sewing kit that I've had in here. I think I want something smaller than this, but this is just one of those ones you get from somewhere, and I just stuffed it in here since it comes in handy from time to time. And I've got some duct tape in here on a card. That takes up next to no space. So those two things sit back here on the outside. Now let's go on the inside. All right, so let's go from the left and go to the right. So going in the left-hand side in this pocket, I've got a carabiner. This was a backup carabiner in case I want to clip this to the back of my bag for even quicker access. I had this here. I have credit card size spoon and fork sets. I've got a mini Sharpie that I put in here. I've got a new addition. I've just bought this not too long ago. This is my Bastion aluminum pen. It's a bolt action. It gets a little addictive. And here I've got the Gerber Prybrid. I took the belt clip off so it'll fit a little better in here. Right now it has the blade in there, but I'm gonna take the blade off so I can fit it into TSA, and then I'll just get a new one when I land. Here I got my AirPod cleaner tool. I've had this in a couple other videos. It just sits right in the middle. I didn't want to put it in any of the loops because it kind of got in the way. Right here I've got a pair of titanium tweezers. They came in a 2-pack. This one is the larger set, and I've got the smaller set in my hub pouch now. Got a Bic lighter. Tons of uses for a Bic lighter. I've got this little guy. Let's see if I can get this out of here. I wanted a pair of pliers and a small bit of multi-tool functionality. I did not want to buy a Knipex right now. I saw this little guy on there. I don't know if it's too small to be used, but I'm going to test it out for a little while and see what I think about it. I know the screwdriver functions are okay, but it's these pliers that I am a little worried about. They are a little smaller than I thought, but we'll see what happens. Next up, I've just got a USB-C to HDMI adapter. This will be in case I want to watch movies from my iPad on the TV in the hotel. I've just got a backup USB-C to USB-C cable. This came from my iPad, so I just stuffed it in there. I've got tons of these anyway, so why not throw this one in here as a backup? And then right here, I've got a microfiber cloth just stuffed in here. This came with the Notorious pouch as well, so I just figured I'd keep it in there. It had a good home for it, so definitely kept that there. And then last up, I've just got this tin. You've seen this tin before. It's got just little dongles. It's got a couple card readers, SD card readers, and it's got, I just added that in there, a USB-C to SD card adapter, so I can use that on the trip. And that's all that's in there. Oh, one more thing before we go. I wanted to add this guy, but it was just too big. It went with me on the trip. But this is just my Sofarin SC28 flashlight. This is an awesome little flashlight, by the way. Hey, I hope liking the video so far. Don't forget to like, comment with any gear reviews you'd like to see in the future, and subscribe to MF for Research. Any support helps grow my little small corner of the EDC community. Now back to the video. Now that we're back from Vegas, let's talk about what happened with the pouch. I had good intentions and I planned on doing updates from the airport, but here's what happened. So going to Vegas, it was a couples trip, and my buddy, he had a Victorinox jet setter, and that held him up in TSA a little bit. He was able to keep it, he was successful, but that took a little bit of time. So after that, we had to go catch our flight. On the way back, our flight was really early. It was like 6, so we were there like 4 something in the morning. And that was just too early to be trying to record videos. So I decided just to do a debrief when I got back. I will mention that he was successful with this jet setter. So if you're interested in that, that may be something you want to consider to add to your kit as well. Can't speak for airports and TSA agents all the time, but going to Vegas and coming back to DFW, he was successful. Also, I was successful in my pouch as it was loaded out, and I didn't even get so much as stopped. I was expecting to slow down just a little bit, but nothing happened. They just sent me on through and I was good to go. So now let's go back to the table and I'll talk about some of the changes I made, and we'll talk a little bit about what I want to add in the future. All right, now that we're back, let's talk about what it looks like now. Let's kind of do a debrief of what worked and what didn't work. So now let's open it up again. The outside is just the same. First off, this guy, I've had it for a while. I use it sometimes. I think I'm gonna take it out and it's not gonna stay. So that's gonna go out in my kit. Everything on this side pretty much stayed the same. I moved the lighter over here, and we'll talk about why in a minute, because one thing that you notice that is missing is the Gerber pry grid. So the night before, I kind of chickened out and I decided that I just bought that thing. I really haven't had the time to use it for a bit. So I went to the Old Faithful and I got the Gerber EAB light and took the blade out of that and took that. So I figured I've had this one for years. If they take it, I'll be okay. But it didn't give me any problems, so it went just fine. I had to buy some batteries, so I'm gonna keep a battery in here from now on. So that's gonna go in here. This I'm going to replace. I was looking on CountyCom's website the other day, and they have these pill boxes that are pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna get one of those to replace this with. And then last up, I think the only thing that I think I need to add to the kit, for right now anyway, is a collapsible portable straw. One of the things that I got so tired of on the trip, and I get it, I understand why they are what they are. I got tired of the paper straws. So I want to just have my own straw from now on when I need it. So I'm going to add one of those bad boys to the kit. All right, now you've seen the journey with my TSA-Friendly EDC. Although I made a few small changes and I probably got more changes to go, I was relatively successful in my first trip. So if there's anything you'd recommend that I add or take out the pouch, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. There's a couple videos on the screen right now. Take a look at those. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming out. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'm out.